Hey guys, Susan from Positively Fit You here, and today I'm going to talk about sugar and sugar addiction. Sugar is one of my least favorite things for many reasons, but one of my favorite things to talk about because so many people have issues with it. Now, I would think that some of you watching this either have a sugar problem or maybe you are a sugar addict and you're looking to get off of it. I used to be a complete sugar addict not that long ago. The thing about sugar is it's addicting, it's intoxicating, it's socially acceptable, and it's everywhere. For those of you who consider yourself sugar addicts, you'll probably agree that sugar messes with our brains, it messes with our emotions. Sugar makes us tired, moody, sluggish, miserable, depressed. It affects many of us like a drug. Studies have shown that sugar is as addicting as cocaine and heroin. Now, when I first start working with a client who has sugar problems, 90% of the time they say that they don't feel good in general, that they often feel all of these negative feelings that I just mentioned. Now, for this video, I'm talking about the obvious sweets. Cookies, candy, cakes, donuts, chocolate. I know there is sugar in almost everything these days. I'm not talking about fruit. I'm not talking about breads or wine or even the small amounts of added sugar that may be in some of the foods that we eat regularly that maybe I even recommend. I'm talking about the obvious sweets. So if this is you and this is something that you want to get off of, the first step is you deciding that this is something that you really want to do. If you just hem-ha about it and say that you know that you should or say that you need to, you're probably going to have a difficult time. You need to make the decision. You need to decide that you are a person who does not eat sugar, and you have to be sure of that. Be intentional with that. Secondly, if you want to get off of sugar, whenever you look at a food that maybe used to be your weakness in the past, you need to look at it differently. What you need to do is look at it as if it's a drug as opposed to a food, because again, sugar affects us the same way that drugs do. Thirdly, you need to start to rewire your brain. Instead of thinking about how you're going to feel for the few minutes that you're eating something sugary, how yummy it will taste, you need to think about how you're going to feel later if you eat that food, and especially if it causes you to spiral and eat more and more and more. Most likely you'll feel sluggish, moody, depressed, maybe you'll get a headache, maybe your stomach will hurt. This is what was most successful for me, constantly connecting sugar to all of the negative effects that I felt after I would eat it, to the point where I would eventually automatically connect them. Some of my clients laugh because when I see a cupcake now, no matter how pretty and yummy it looks, in my mind I'm looking at a depression-filled cupcake. Now, to get off of sugar, in my opinion, cold turkey is best. I'm sure you know someone who's quit smoking, or maybe you did. Most likely they did not wean themselves off of cigarettes, right? Most likely they quit cold turkey. Very often a former smoker will know the exact date that they quit smoking. So if getting off of sugar is something you know you want to do, it's about biting the bullet and quitting cold turkey. Now, coming off of the effects of sugar, those first 2 to 3 days, I'm not going to lie to you, you may not feel great. You may get moody, maybe you'll get a headache, but this is expected because you're coming off of a drug, and you probably didn't feel great while you were eating sugar anyway. But the good news is it only takes about 3 to 4 days of being off of sugar for you to feel so much better. It really is amazing how much more energy we have when we're not eating sugar. We sleep better, we're more productive, and we're happier. If you have a sugar problem, the greatest gift that you can give your body is to get off of sugar. It is so worth it. I have been there, and I know that it's possible to get off of it for good. Now, if you like this video, click the like button, leave me a comment, and of course be sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.